Once upon a time, there was a fishy named Merlin. And Merlin lived in the reeds by a big castle. And in the castle, there was a princess, and she was locked way up high in a tower. Way, way, way up high in a tower. And there was a dragon that lived and made sure that the princess didn't ever get out of the tower, because he thought that she had a beautiful voice, and he loved whenever she would sing. And so the dragon would always make her sing, and she was really sad because she was all by herself, locked up in this big tower. And so one day...
Surrounded by gold and she couldn't spend it.
No. So...
Well, a dragon do more gold.
That's in The Hobbit. We're not telling The Hobbit, even though dragons are known for hoarding gold. This one's gold was the princess. He thought that the princess was more valuable than gold. So Merlin, always the little fishy that lived down in the moat, would always hear her crying whenever the dragon was taking a nap in the afternoon. And so one day, Merlin shouted way up there, "Princess, why are you crying?" And the princess said, "Because, little fishy, I'm sad. I miss my mommy and daddy." And so the fishy said, "My name's Merlin, and we can be friends, because I'm lonely too. And I miss my mommy and daddy. The dragon ate my mommy and daddy." And so the princess and the fishy became friends. Well, one day, the fishy was jumping and splashing around in his little moat, and he saw a man walking by, and the man was all hunched over, and he wore a green cloak with bright red shoes. And so the fishy swam over and was splashing around and having so much fun, and the man looked down and he said, "Little fishy, what is your name?" And the fishy said, "My name is Merlin. What's your name?" And he said, "I am the wizard, great and powerful." And so the fishy said, "Wait a minute, if you're a wizard, can you turn me into a human?" And so the wizard said, "Well, of course, I'm the wizard, the great and powerful." So he turned Merlin into a human. And then Merlin decided that he wanted to marry the princess because he thought that she was beautiful. But he knew in order to marry the princess, he would have to slay the dragon. So he went away for a little while so that he could learn how to fight with a sword. And he got a sword and a shield and a helmet, and he got a big horse named Reginald. And so then, after a few days, the princess got really worried because her friend the fishy, Merlin, wasn't in the moat, and she was getting super, super, super lonely, and she missed her friend Merlin. And so then, one day, just as she was just about to give up her life in despair, she looked out her window and saw someone riding across the meadows, and he was on a big horse, and he had a big sword and a big shield, and he had a nice big helmet.
How about a spear?
We'll give him a lance. And he had a big lance. And so she wondered what this man was doing, because anybody who tried to come and face the dragon in order to get her out would always get killed. And so she was worried that this man would get killed. Well, so she shouts out, "Don't come any closer, the dragon will kill you!" And a very familiar voice said, "Don't worry, princess, I'm going to save you today." And so the dragon woke up from his nap just as Merlin was finishing his statement of profession of saving the princess, and said, "Ha ha, I'd like to see you try. The princess is my most valued possession. I have given up treasure after treasure in order to keep her here." And so then, guess what happened?
What?
He went and tried to burn Reginald. But Merlin knew that he was going to do that. And so he dodged out of the flames. And after a 2.5-hour-long battle, which involved much gore and much shedding of blood, Merlin slayed the dragon.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then ran up all the way up the stairs and rescued the princess. And they lived happily ever after. The end.